Hi, this is Jared from the Broken Seal, and today we're going to be playing Sentinels of the Multiverse. This is the Definitive Edition. I just got it, unboxed it. I'm wearing the same clothes from the unboxing. Set this up and read over the rulebook. You can check out the unboxing somewhere up there. But as I said in that video, I've played the Android, well, the mobile version of this game. Enjoyed it a lot. Never actually got to play the physical version. Was kind of daunted by it, but when they came out with this, figured I might as well go ahead and get it because I wanted to play it. So we have a very easy setup here. I'm going against Baron Blade, and we're not going to be using the advanced settings. And I'm going to be using Ra, Tachyon, and Legacy. And we're going to be at the, Freedom Tower? Freedom Tower. So without further ado, let's see if I can win. So we're going to start off when Baron Blade would be destroyed, blah, blah, blah. So his setup is to summon the mobile defense platform. So mobile defense platform, Baron Blade is immune to damage. End phase, reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it's a minion card, play it, otherwise discard it. And then the little flavor text, until we take that blasted, what is it? And then the flavor text, until we take that blasted floating fortress out, Blade is practically untouchable. So we've got the mobile defense platform, which was his starting setup, which means now we have our first card for him is the Blade Battalion. It has 5 health, and in the end phase, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP, X melee damage, where X is the current HP of this card. So he's going to do 5. Ooh, that's a lot. So there's 2 things that trigger at the end phase. Reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it's a minion card, play it. Otherwise, discard it. So that's not a minion then. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure I was doing this right because we start off, because for this one you don't shuffle the cards because it's designed for, easy first play. We have the mobile defense platform, which was starting, so then the first card that we actually play was the Blade Battalion. So I just wanted to make sure that I didn't mess up something because that wasn't a minion. So anyway, that goes into there. Then the Blade Battalion at the end deals the hero target with the highest HP, which is going to be Legacy, 5 damage. So he goes down to 20. So he's at 27. Then we go into the hero phase. Each hero, I believe we start with 4. Yeah. So yeah, 4 cards. I did shuffle the hero decks, so 1, 2, 3, 4. One thing I did want to note, because I didn't do it in the unboxing, all of the hero cards have their own backing to signify who they belong to. The cards are actually really nice. Like, because I have matte sleeves, you can't really tell all that well, but they're really nice. Also, all of the hero cards themselves are foil because I got this from Kickstarter and that was one of the things they included. All right, so we've got Excavation, Inferno, Blazing Barrier, and Flame Spike. So you can play 1 card. So I'm actually going to play Inferno. It's a 1-shot. Ra deals 1 target 3 fire damage. So I'm going to give him 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. And I forgot about the flavor text. Let's see what this one says. Feel the all-engulfing might of the Sun God. So 3 damage to him. And then Ra deals each non-hero target 1 fire damage. He can't take damage because of the mobile defense platform. But the mobile defense platform can take 1. And then the Blade Battalion is also a non-hero target, so they take 1 damage. And then we had to play. During the play phase, what happens? A hero may play one card from their hand. Power phase, the hero may use one power printed on one of their cards in play, such as the power on the character card. Okay, cool. So that was a one shot, it gets discarded. Then Ra has their power, deal one target 2 fire damage. I'm gonna do 2 fire damage to the Blade Battalion to kill it. And that's it. Then we draw back up. Or we draw one card. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, then Tachyon goes. Get her first 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have the HUD goggles, supersonic dash, accelerated assault, expedited efficiency. Bam. So I'm gonna equip her HUD goggles, which damage dealt by Tachyon is irreducible, and also during the play phase, you may play one additional card this phase. It says diagnostic info, streaming updates from the team, plus it keeps the bugs out of my eyes at Mach 8. So since I can play I'm gonna assume it says play phase, you may play one additional card this phase, so I'm gonna assume that means that the current phase that I'm in. I'm gonna play expedited efficiency. I get to draw one card, and then I can play up to 2 cards. That was a one shot. So with that one shot, I can play up to 2 cards. The first card I'll play is Quick Insight. I hate to say it, but I'm impressed. Draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Then discard 2 cards. So I'll discard that one. And that one. Then the second card I'm going to play from the Expedited Efficiency is my Research Grant. It has a power. I can draw up to 3 cards and discard 1 card. It says, Doc's still in the lab. Been in there for days. Hardly even comes out to eat or sleep. I've never seen her happier. And that's from Absolute Zero. So yeah, I played 2 cards. Now I can do a power. I'm going to use the Research Grant, so I get to draw 3 cards. Well, up to 3. 1, 2, 3. Then discard 1. I'm going to discard the other HUD goggles that I got. And let's confirm if I get to draw during the draw phase, if it's just 1 card or up to 4. Okay, so it doesn't matter. You just draw 1 card during the draw phase. All right. Then Legacy goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. I'm going to play Bulletproof Skin. It does -1 damage dealt to Legacy. And it says, he told me everything would be fine as the gunman opened fire, and the bullets just ricocheted off of him. So I get -1 damage. Then my power, I'm going to activate Galvanize. So until my start phase, +1 damage dealt by allied characters. And I draw a card and end his turn. Then we go to the environment phase. We have Entry Point, Ongoing. After this card is played, destroy 1 room card. +1 damage dealt by villain targets. It says, you thought you'd be safe in here. Bad news. The freight train is pulling into the station. All aboard. So that's an ongoing one. So +1 damage dealt by villain targets. So a villain target would be any card with HP. Villain targets and environmental targets, non-hero targets refer to villain. Non-hero targets refer to villain, and environmental targets, non-villain targets refers to hero. Okay, so villain targets are all villain things with HP. So that was our environment. We go to the end phase, nothing happens. Then Baron, start, he doesn't have 15 or more cards, so he's fine. The device doesn't do anything. Then his card is Hasten Doom, one shot. Baron Blade deals each hero 2 toxic damage. Play the top card of the villain deck. Then it says, I have specifically designed this formula to counteract the strength of your genetics and strip you of the very evolutionary leaps that you... Wow. I have specifically designed this formula to counteract the strength of your genetics and strip you of the very evolutionary leaps that make you unique. Alright, so each one takes 2 toxic damage. I need 8. 25. And then since it's coming, no, it doesn't have the symbol on there. So instead, he would still just take 2 and it'd be lowered down to 1. So 26. I think so. Let's just make sure. Okay. So it would have dealt 3 damage, but instead it deals 2 damage. Then play the top card of the villain deck. This is Jet Jump Battalion. Minion, after this card is played, reveal the top card of the villain deck. If that card is a device card, play it, otherwise discard it. So now that's a villain target. And the next one is a one-shot. Okay, it just says reveal the top card. So it's not a device card, which means that it gets discarded. End phase. So now we go to the end phase. Reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it's a minion, play it, otherwise discard it. It's a device. Then the minion, this card deals the hero minus 2 hero targets with the highest HP. Okay, so it'd be 3 minus 2, so 1 target with the highest HP, 2 energy. So if they're tied, I'm going to say it goes to Legacy. It'd be 2 energy damage, but Legacy only takes 1 because of his bulletproof skin. All right. Finally. Now, we're back to Ra. Let's see what we got going on. All right, so I'm going to put in Ra's Blazing Barrier. It has a reaction. Ra deals the attacker 3 fire damage and then destroy this card. His little quote is, do you think you can evaporate all of my form, puny little godling? Surely your fire must run out eventually. And that was apparently Calypso that he fought. Then my power, I'm going to activate Ra's power to deal 1 target 2 fire damage. So I'll deal 2 damage to the defense platform. And then that's the end of Ra's turn. Draw. Okay. Then Tachyon. 1, 2, 3. Don't get to do that. All right, so I have my play phase. I'm going to... Oh, you know what? I forgot. When the Jump Jet Battalion did their damage, because of the entry point, it did 1 additional damage to everybody. Okay. I'm going to... do a Nimble Strike. Tachyon deals 1 target damage, 1 target 2 melee damage. Punch, punch. Then you may draw 1 card. Then I'm going to use Tachyon's... I'm going to use the Research Grant. Draw 3 cards and then discard 1. Discard the HUD goggles. then draw one at the end of my turn. That's Tachyon's turn. Oh, you know what? I did this last time, so everyone got an additional 1 damage. So 4 damage, 3 damage. Then back to Legacy. His power goes away now. I'm going to put down Inspiring Presence. It says, after this card is played, each ally regains 1 HP, and then +1 damage dealt by all ally characters. And the quote is, for freedom, for liberty, for justice, for America. So everyone gets back 1, 28, 25, then his power, I don't have any powers yet, so I'm going to do Galvanize again. Everyone will do extra 1 damage, and draw a card. Actually, before we have the environment go, I think that the HUD goggles are every play phase. I can play 1 additional card. So yeah, so Tachyon would have gotten to do another one. I won't do. She would have gotten to play another power. How many cards do I have in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to. You know what? Because of that, I wouldn't have discarded yet. Here we go. The Lightspeed Barrage. Tachyon deals 1 target X melee damage, where X is the number of cards in your trash. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because of Legacy's Galvanize, it'd be 7. So I deal 7 damage to the mobile platform. And so that'd be 7. So it's at 11, it just needs 1 more damage. Then all that would have happened. Actually, I have to shuffle my trash into your deck. Then I discard the card from the research grant. Actually, no. Now that I think about it, since I can play 2, I played research grant. No, I didn't. I don't know. It's hurting my brain to think back that far. Okay, so I finished all of that. Then we have the environment go. It's mission control, ongoing room. At the end phase, each hero reveals the top card of their deck. If the revealed card is a one-shot card, discard that card, otherwise play it. It says, good morning, heroes. Another big day today, and there's no one I'd rather spend it with. Ready to get started? Paul Parsons. So for Ra, if the reveal card is a one-shot, discard it. So that one gets gone. Tachyon is a one-shot, that's gone. And Legacy is an ongoing limited. Oh, it's limited though, I can't have 2. So it gets discarded too. So, not great. That's that turn. Over to Baron. 15 or more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're still good on that. I haven't done any damage to Baron yet. Then we have the play phase. Consider the price of victory. Ongoing -1 damage dealt by hero targets. Start phase. Each hero discards 1 card. Baron Blade deals the hero target 1 sonic damage. Discard the top hero -1 cards of the villain deck. Destroy this card. Okay. So that one won't trigger now. End phase. Reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it's a minion card, play it. Otherwise, discard it. End phase. This deals the hero -2 hero targets H minus 2 hero targets. So it'll be 3 minus 2, so back down to 1. With the highest HP, 2 energy damage each. So highest HP would be Ra. He takes 2 damage. And minus 1 damage to ability, plus 1 damage to all. Okay. Then, so that was that one. Nothing happens there. Back down to Ra. What's Ra gonna do? So Ra is gonna get plus 2 because of these two things. So I'm gonna use Flame Spike. It's the wasting curse of the underworld. You have to convince Anubis to help me, Professor. So I deal 1 target, 1 fire damage, and then I may use 1 power. So it'll be 1 fire damage, but because of Galvanize and Inspiring Presence, it's going to be 3 fire damage. I'm going to kill the platform first, because that is way more important. Then, I guess discarded. Ra's second card that I'm going to play is another Flame Spike. So another 2 damage. Actually, you know what? No. I'm going to keep that there. So he had 3 damage left on him. So instead of doing 2 damage to him, or the 3 damage to him, I'm going to do 3 damage to the Baron Blade. So he goes down. The dials aren't great, just as a FYI. Alright, so he goes down to 37. And that goes away. Oh, you know what? This says I may use 1 power. So let me rewind that. I still would have done, I actually would have done 4 then, so I'm going to use the Blazing Barrier. Or not the Blazing Barrier, the Pyre. So it deals 4 damage to him. So he goes down to 36. And I used the power from the play. Now the power I'm going to do again is another strike onto Baron Blade for 4 more damage. So he's at 32. Then I'll draw and end my turn. Tachyon is gonna play. I'm gonna play Expedite Efficiency, which lets me draw 1 card and then play up to 2 cards. Then the 2 cards I'm gonna play. I'm gonna destroy 1 ongoing card to get rid of entry point. Yeah. Actually, now that I remember entry point, would have done 25 or 3 instead of 2 from that guy. So got rid of entry point. And then I'm also going to do another blinding speed to get rid of the consider the price of victory. And now, because of this, I can play another. I can play 1 additional card. I'm going to do Nimble Strike, which deals 1 target 2 melee damage. Then you may draw 1 card. I'm going to do it to Baron Blade, which will deal 4 damage to him because of Legacy. Come on. Alright. So he's at 28. Then I get to draw a card. Then during the power phase, I'm going to draw 3 cards. And discard 1. I'll discard Passing the Limits. Then Legacy, all of that stuff goes away. So I'm gonna do Fuck. Legacy deals 1 target 5 melee damage. It's like looking into a mirror, but you're a poor reflection of the real thing. So it'll deal 5 damage, but because Baron is my nemesis, it deals 6 damage, which brings him down to 22. That gets discarded. Then during my power phase, Galvanize, so that everyone gets +1 damage. And then I draw a card. Then we have another entry point. After this card is played, destroy 1 room card, +1 damage dealt by villain targets. So that's unfortunate. I would have preferred to have cut that. So we already know what entry point is. Now Baron Blade goes. Start phase. I don't think we're at 15, but I do want to check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we're good. So we're going to draw and play. Backlash Field Generator device. After any villain target other than this card is dealt damage by a hero target, this card deals that attacker 2 lightning damage. So we have to deal damage to this, or we'll take damage. Then the end phase. So highest HP or highest target is a tie between these two. I'll go with Tachyon. She hasn't really taken damage. So it would be 3 damage because of entry point. 1, 2, 3. So we're at 22. All right. Now, Ra. So with Ra, I'm going to play Living Conflagration. Ongoing, when this card is destroyed, Ra deals 1 target 3 fire damage and draws 2 cards. Its power is to destroy the card, and then during the start phase, Ra deals up to 3 targets 1 fire damage each. Your Ka and your Ba, they burn brightly. You can surely part with some of that fire within you to regain the power of flame. But then power, I'm going to use Ra's power to deal 2 fire damage. Because of this, it increases by another 2. I'm going to do it to the power lash generator, so it takes 4 damage. You know what? Yeah, because if I don't entry point, that'll happen, and then I take 3 damage. Yeah. So 4 damage to that. Draw a card for Ra. Ooh, nice. Tachyon goes. Tachyon has a lot of cards in her hand. Let's see. So first card I'm going to play is Fleet of Foot. Each hero may draw 1 card. You may play 1 card. Put them in here. And since it doesn't say ally, I get to draw a card too. Then I may play 1 card. I'm going to do Sucker Punch. Oh, wait, no, not Sucker Punch. That was, I think, something else. I'm going to play Synaptic Interrupt. Then because of my HUD goggles, I get to play 1 additional card during this phase. I'm going to play Quick Insight, which lets me draw 3 cards and then discard 2 cards. Then I have to discard 2, so I'll discard the HUD goggles and the Synaptic Interrupt. Then Power Phase, Research Grant, draw up to 3 cards and discard 1. 1 card. I'll get rid of Accelerated Assault. And That's her turn. Alright. I'm going to play the old 1/2. Legacy deals 1 target, 2 melee damage. I'm going to do it to the Baron, so that means it's 3. So he goes down to 19. I would take 2 damage from the Backlash Field Generator, but I have the Bulletproof Skin, but then this increases it back up, so I'd still take 2 damage. Then, because of the old 1/2, I get to play 1 extra card. I'm going to play the Legacy Ring. I guess I'll put it up here. It says, and now, just like the ring says, you too will further your father's... Wow. And now, just like the ring says, you too will be furthering your father's legacy. It's a limited item, but it does have, during the power phase, I may use 1 additional power. I don't have any additional powers, but still. And then I'm going to have Legacy use his power. Everyone gets +1 damage. Over to Freedom Tower. We have Caspit's Playground, Ongoing Room, Hero Ongoing cards gain the keyword item. Quiet. In fact, I'd recommend staying out entirely. I'm creating. So we've got 2 rooms, and now every ongoing hero card gains item. I don't understand why. Alright, back to Baron. I know we're not at 18 or 15 yet, so we're going to draw. And we get Hasten Doom. Baron Blade deals each hero target 2 toxic damage and then play the top card of the villain deck. So, 2 toxic damage. Ra takes 2. 1, 2. As a reaction, I'm going to use the Blazing Barrier to deal 3 damage to him, which because of Legacy becomes 5 damage. So he goes down to 14. But then because of the Backlash Field Generator, I take 3. So I'm down to 20. Then Tachyon takes 3. 1, 2, 3. So she's at 19. I'm going to use her reaction to draw 1 card. Then Legacy would be dealt, so it'd be 2. And then because he is a Nemesis, it'd be 3. And then because of that room, it'd be 4. Then -1 because of Bulletproof Skin. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so it would be 4. I take 3. Okay. Then play the top card of the villain deck. This one is Jet Jump Battalion. After this card is played, reveal the top of the villain deck. If this card is a device card, play it. Otherwise, discard it. It is a device. Damn it. +1 damage dealt by this card for each other device card in play. End phase, this card deals each hero target 1 energy damage. So we've got 1 other device in play. So it gets +1 damage dealt by this target. Alright, now end phase crap. This one deals 2 damage, which becomes 3. So Ra takes 3. Then nothing here. Here. Oh, it's the same thing. So another 3. I'll do it to Legacy. So it becomes 2. Then this card deals 2 damage. Each hero target. 2 damage. She took 2. He's going to take... You know, I just not realized everyone should be taking 3 because of the damn room. Alright, not great. But we're here. So start phase, Ra deals up to 3 targets 1 fire damage each. Because of legacy, it's going to be 2 fire damage each. So, or I'm sorry, 3 fire damage each. So this one's going to get 3 fire damage and die. Then I'll deal 3 damage to Baron Blade. It goes down to 11. And then I'll deal 3 damage to the Jump Jet. Then I'm going to put out another Blazing Barrier. And for power, I'm going to use Pyre again for his power. So it'll do 4 damage. I'm going to do it to the turret. Then draw a card. Tachyon goes. She has nothing for the start phase. I'm going to do Expedite Efficiency. Draw 1 card and then play up to 2 cards. Now let's see how many cards I have in my discard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So from the Expedite Efficiency, first I'm going to play Accelerated Assault. Tachyon deals each non-hero target 1 melee damage. So each these don't count because they don't have a health. They're not targets, that's why. So he takes 3 because of legacy. 1, 2, 3. So he's down to 8 health. Then this one takes 3 damage and is killed. This one takes 3 damage and is killed. And then this one takes 3 damage and is killed. So that was the first card I played from the what is it? Expedite Efficiency. Second card I'm going to play from it is Pushing the Limits, which lets me play 1 additional card this phase during the play phase and draw 1 additional card during the draw phase, but I take 2 damage in the start phase. Then, because of the HUD goggles, I still have 1 more card I can play. Alright. Play Fleetfoot. Each hero may draw 1 card, and then I can play 1 card. Then I'll play Nimble Strike. Tachyon deals 1 target 2 melee damage. Baron Blade takes 4 melee damage because of legacy. So he's down to 4 health. And then I may draw 1 card. Now we're in the power phase. I can play 2 powers. So I'll use Research Grant to draw 3 cards and then discard 1. 1, 2, 3. I'll get rid of that. And then I'll use Tachyon's ability to reveal the top of my deck, draw it or discard it. I'll draw it. And you know what? I'll discard it. Then that's the end of Tachyon's turn. And we're over here to Legacy. Alright. So with Legacy, I'm gonna play Danger Sense, which is an ongoing unlimited. Legacy is immune to damage dealt by environment targets, and then it has the power to bury 1 environmental target in play and then to destroy this card. I'm gonna use this immediately to bury this. Bury means Place the indicated card on the bottom of the associated deck. If that card has 0 cards in it, the card goes to the trash instead. Okay. So this goes to the bottom. Alright, so I buried that card. Then with my Legacy Ring, I'm going to activate Legacy's power so the Galvanize so everyone gets +1 damage. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Shit. Alright, so instead of playing this as my second card for Tachyon, because I thought I had a damaging card for Legacy, and I didn't. Alright, so instead of doing that, I'll have played Sucker Punch, which Tachyon deals the target 1 melee damage, but because of Legacy's buffs, it'd be 3 melee damage, which brings him down to 1. Then, if that target has 2 or fewer HP, destroy the target. But when Baron Blade would be destroyed, instead flip. So he becomes Baron Blade, the Armored Mad Scientist. Dun dun dun. When flipped onto this side, destroy all villain ongoing cards and set Baron Blade's health to 30. In the end phase, Baron Blade deals the target with the highest HP equal to the number of heroes that we have, melee damage, and then deals each hero target 1 energy damage. Okay. Destroy all ongoing villain cards and set Baron's Blade HP to 30. Okay. I almost lost that for myself. Which means that I don't have... Okay. I don't have pushing limits out. I still have it in my hand. We'll get to that when we get to it. Then over here, I would have still played Danger Sense, used it immediately, buried it, did Legacy's ability, ended my turn. Then we're over here. We get the Wraith's Arsenal. It's an ongoing room, and during the end phase, each hero may draw 1 card. If all heroes draw cards this way, destroy this card. That's the issue with projectiles. I'm constantly throwing away all my best stuff. I have to carry lots of extras. And then we're in the end phase. That would trigger. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So everyone, all heroes draw 1 card. And destroy it. Then Baron's turn. Luckily, he's already dead. Well, he's on the other side. So first, we've got the Blade Battalion. At the end of the turn, this card deals the hero with the highest HP X damage, where X is the current HP of this card. Great. Then the end phase, he deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 damage. So 14, 16, 15. So he deals 3 damage to her. 1, 2, 3. Then, as a reaction, I can play 1 card. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do Nimble Strike, which will deal 2 damage to one target. And then I get to draw a card. And then that gets destroyed. Then Baron Blade deals each hero target 1 energy damage. 1. He would take 2, but then gets reduced to 1. Then the Blade Battalion goes. This card deals the hero target with the highest HP X melee damage, where X is the current health of this card. 13, 12, 14, so it'll be him. So he gets 3 damage, lowered by 1. So 2 damage, 12, 12, and 13. We could definitely do this. I'm not worried anymore. Then we have Ra. I forgot Ra had that. So when Ra got dealt 1 damage from Baron Blade. Oh, you know what? This activated at the end, so that would have done another 2 damaging. So with the 2 damage to that, it would only have been 1 damage to Legacy. Which means no damage because of that. Start of my turn, Ra deals up to 3 targets 1 fire damage each. 1 fire damage plus the 2 from Legacy. Kills that. Then 3 damage to Baron Blade, bring him down to 27. I'm going to do Fire Blast 1 shot, deals 5 damage to 1 target. Because of him, becomes 7 damage. So he goes down to a cool 20. Then for the power, I'm going to deal Ra's power, or the Living Conflagration. So this gets destroyed. Ra deals 3 damage, which becomes 5 to Baron Blade. So 5 damage to him from the Living Conflagration, and then draw 2 cards. That's the end of his turn though. Tachyon. So I'm going to do a light speed barrage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I punch Baron Blade for 20 damage, bringing him to -5. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. So yeah, that was it. I won. I was a little worried. I didn't get down very far health-wise, but like I said, this is the easiest setup that I could have done. Baron Blade in terms of difficulty is a 1, and he has a pre-constructed deck to ease people into how to play. The Freedom Tower has a 1 in terms of what do they call it? Threat. Ra is a 1. Tachyon is a 2, and I think Legacy is a 3. Here we go. Ra is a 1. Tachyon's a 3. Legacy's a 2. So yeah, real simple. Legacy, I remember him having more damage dealing abilities, but that whole you can only really draw 1 card at a time can limit you. Tachyon obviously gets the most like range, like she can just keep drawing and drawing and drawing, but some of them will hurt her eventually, but yeah, she could just keep drawing and there's never really a downside to it. In terms of what I had right here. I know there might be other things that could have a downside, but so in terms of my first impression rating, based off of this first, entry level playthrough, I don't know if I should really do, well, I was gonna say, I don't know if I should do a first impression because I've played the game before, but this is the Definitive Edition, which has some changes to it. I'm gonna give it a 4. The main reason being the rulebook doesn't specify things like what to do when the card has this. So like, it's an item, it's limited. I assume the item stays out, and it has that play phase thing. But actually, let me tell you. Yeah, the main thing that I'm deducting some points for is that the rulebook doesn't specify what to do with cards that have like abilities during different phases. So like the HUD goggles with their play phase ability, the Legacy ring with the power phase. Like I wasn't sure if that was when I first played it, if I got that additional one. But then I remembered from when I played it before that they were ongoing abilities. Like not to say ongoing because there's an actual keyword for ongoing, but every turn during that phase, that's when that, ability happened. Also, Tachyon's way stronger than I remember. Maybe I didn't get Lightspeed Barrage when I was playing, or who knows, maybe that's a new card or they modified it, but it having the ability to do X damage where X is equal to the number of cards in your trash, and Tachyon just running through cards. I mean, I could have killed Baron Blade kind of by herself if everyone else was just, protecting Tachyon. So that's really cool. So I'm going to look forward to playing with the other heroes. I'm not going to look forward to sleeving all the rest of these cards, but it's what I have to do. So solid 4. You know, I'm gonna say 4.5, not 4. The 4 is where 4.5 is where I'm landing. It's just really fun. I mean, it's kind of, you know, it's a lot like Marvel Champions. If this is the kind of game that you like, you're gonna like it. It's like a miniature puzzle combined with asymmetric abilities, and then this you know, environment deck thrown in for a little bit of fun. You can also do with this one, they had events, which I thought about playing with. So this event would have been Moonfall. It plays with a specific villain, but then you get like there's different things that you can do during it. Not different things you can do during it. There are ways that it modifies the game. So for instance, if I had played with Moonfall, whenever Baron Blade would be dealt damage, reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it's a minion card, play it and redirect the damage to the minion deck, or to that minion card. Otherwise, bury the revealed card. That would have been good because obviously I'm trying to kill Baron, or stop Baron, but his minions keep hopping in the way and taking the damage. So it would have modified things. It's a semi-campaign type experience. You can go in order of the events, and then on the back you get an ability for having completed it. So for instance, with this one, there's a little story about it, and then you get one of these 2 abilities, and once you use it, it gets removed from the game. So like you could have gotten Dangerous Disruption or Time Stream Tampering. So yeah, I might just run through all of the events, or I might, like in terms of what I'll record, I might run through the events. I might just run through other villains, try out different heroes. I might try with this team against different villains just to see. Maybe I'll try him advanced. Let's start with that. Not go too crazy with it. But yeah, until next time, thank you all for joining me, and hope you all have a good day. Like, comment, and subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video, and check out our description for information about our Ko-fi page. Until next time, bye.